Hey guys, I decided I wanted to do a Q&A live stream just because I haven't done a Q&A in a long time. So I'll be checking the chat if you have any questions. So let me just pull up the chat. Um, Hi, Faith, or I know you like to go by Ellie. So hi, Ellie. Hi, Salem. My day's going fine, except for the fact that I missed one of my classes because I slept in. I stayed up all night and then um Ellie, yes, you remember. Um um anyway, I slept in and ended up missing one of my classes, but I'm going tomorrow. I'll be sure that I'll go tomorrow. Um yeah, so I'll have to try to and I'm gonna miss 2 weeks of class anyway because I'll be on vacation, so that probably doesn't bode well in terms of how my professor will receive me, but it's a elective class, so I'm not taking it towards my degree or anything. What class did you miss? It was an astronomy 101 class, which I already know the basics of astronomy, but it'd be cool to actually study it. I've never actually taken an astronomy class. Um, so yeah, that might be um, interesting to do, but I'll have to see tomorrow. Unfortunately, I missed my opportunity. Okay. As for question, what's a favorite older movie you have? Um, I would say, I guess this is going way back, but um, I used to really love Marx Brothers movies. My sister and I used to watch them all the time. Um, and I can't um, really decide which one I like best. I really liked Duck Soup because its political commentary is pretty much still spot on. But Horse Feathers was pretty hilarious too. Um, I was going to say, is your class gender studies or women's studies? Because I would skip that class. No, no. Hopefully, I'll never have to take a gender studies or women's studies class. Although I am going to psychology, and unfortunately, um, that is one of the because it is one of the social sciences. It kind of gender studies is kind of spreading into it now. I haven't been in a class actually where they've been super SJWs, but I'm kind of dreading the day because I do have to take some classes for my major that are more SJW, like cultural anthropology, which it could be, cool if it was actually about studying different cultures. Um, but from what I've read on the syllabus, it just looks um, it looks pretty um, SJWE. Sorry, my cat is right next to me. You can't see him, but he's cuddling me. Say hi to YouTube, Jack Jack. Yeah, baby boy. Sorry, I like to talk to my cats. Is your college liberal? I go to a conservative college, so I survive. My college is very liberal because I live in a very, very liberal area. Like, I mean, like well, not everyone, but anyone who is brave enough to voice their opinions is an SJW. So, I mean, I'm not exaggerating. That's literally what it's like. I saw, and I don't know if I want to show it. I didn't take a picture or anything, but I don't know if I want to show it like on my Facebook. because it has like a lot of revealing information about where I live and stuff because it's a specific event. But it's called Standing Up to Racial Justice, or no, sorry, Standing Up for Racial Justice. Um, and it's specifically to break quote unquote white silence. So it's basically a seminar for white people, the virtue signal, and be like self-flagellating. Um, eh, like basically to try to redeem themselves of the original sin in terms of intersectionality. So, um, because let's be honest, white guilt is definitely just original sin. Like it's the same concept that oh, somebody in the past who was vaguely related to you did a bad thing, so therefore you have the bad thing as well. I mean, I'm not saying that like a super conservative college is good either. I wouldn't like that either, especially if it was like a more religious college. Um, but I mean, most they um, mo- for most schools that are more liberal, unfortunately have the SJW ideology, which um, I mean, I wish there was just more liberal colleges that were just like left leaning politically, not all the way to the SJW bent. Um, Ellie says, "Friend me on Facebook." Um, yeah, it's a Christian college, but I'm Catholic, so yeah, not all Catholic schools are necessarily super religious. I went to a Catholic high school, and it's now been demoted from the Catholic label, I think, but it wasn't religious at all. And Ellie, I will friend you on Facebook. Here, I'll send you a friend request. By the way, anybody who's subscribed to me, you can just friend me on Facebook. My Facebook is in the uh, sorry. I'm just looking you up, Ellie. Well, I see. What's your name on Facebook, Ellie? It's Elizabeth Jane. Okay. All right. I see lots of people under that name. Although I think I'm actually friends with you already. Um, yes, I am friends with you already. Um, I got kicked out of one because I drew gay porn. Um, all the emojis you're doing are pretty funny. Um, but Salem says I got kicked out of one because I drew gay porn. I was 12, and believe me, and I believe I have friended you on Facebook. I'm Lee Rubiana. Yeah. So and if anyone wants to friend me on Facebook, you can just send me a friend request. My Facebook is in the description of most of my videos. Sorry, my cat's trying to bite me because he's a bad kitty. You can't see him again, but I wonder if I can share. No, I can't. I can't share my cat. Mm, Here, let me see. No, trying to get my cat to show up. Uh, so if anyone, um, Faith said, oh, sorry, Ellie says, "Did you find me?" I did find you, Ellie. You're already friended. Um, we're already friends on Facebook. Um, Transgender says, "Are you out of the hospital yet, Matthew?" Yes, I'm out of the hospital, and hopefully we'll never be going back. Um, I'm really working my recovery this time. Really making sure I eat regularly and all that. So, thanks for your concern. I am out of the hospital. Um, there's a college in Washington called Evergreen where they asked the white teachers and students not to attend classes. Yes, I heard about that. It was a big deal, but I mean, seriously, um, these people think that segregating white people away from everyone else is going to solve things, when really it's like, yeah, segregation of people based on race doesn't work. We already tried that the other way around. Like, just doing it for white people is um not going to solve anything. I mean, I hate all these terms that have now come up about white people um because of SJWs, like white privilege, white guilt, white silence. Now apparently, I think there's a couple more. Um, yeah, I'm trying to white fragility. That's the one I was thinking of. Ellie says reverse racism. Well, I don't call it reverse racism. I just call it racism because it's just racism. Like, reverse racism is a little weird. Yeah, transgender. You're right. It's just racism. William Shakespeare says, "I loved her. Oh, I loved her so. Why did I have to let her go? For years I thought that she was mine. Now I must consume by wine." Yeah. Ellie, okay, Ellie, you're kidding. Yeah, it is just racism. Um, so if anybody has any more questions, let me know. Um, or any videos that they'd like me to respond to on the stream. There is one person, just because I'm trying to get away from the identity politics and maybe just limiting that to my live streams. There is one person that somebody suggested to me that I might let me look her up. The person they wanted me to respond to, I believe, is the same. Yeah, yeah, it is definitely the same person. I think she went ahead responded to um a very um transphobic turf, um who has some crazy ideas. um I'm looking at her channel now, and she says, um like, don't give birth in a hospital, fertility awareness method, medical/surgical abortion, self-induced miscarriage, trans activism is misogyny for dummies, makeup is slave paint, cut yourself up to be your true self. I guess she's referring to um uh getting surgery, trans people getting surgery. Um, the witches, except replaced the word witch with turf. Okay. Female socialization endgame. Yeah, she has some pretty ridiculous videos. So if you want me to respond to her, um, how do you feel about the Steven Crowder and Vox thing? I haven't heard about that actually, but I don't really like Steven Crowder. He has said some legitimately transphobic things. He just is kind of like a conservative talking points person, like kind of like Ben Shapiro. Like, um, heard of a YouTuber named Soph? I'll have to look her up. Um, I'll look her up right now. Multiracial white supremacy. Okay. Neo-Tumblr exploration. Child marriage is legal. Gun control. Seems like she might well, I can't tell whether she's SJW or anti-SJW. Um or trolling or not. I feel like he just says anti in reference to Stephen Carter, I feel like he just says anti-LGBT things just to win the support of the super right-leaning conservatives. That's my feeling on him too. I don't know if he's actually transphobic or homophobic, but he definitely acts like it to 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 get the conservative poll. And I understand that there are more and more conservatives who are becoming accepting of LGBT, but there still is a portion of that population that isn't. And um, he's definitely appealing to that portion of the conservative. Actually, Blair exposed him in one of her videos. He doesn't believe much of what he says about LGBT. He's he's done a lot of interviews with Blair White, so I don't think he really doesn't like to be like trans people. That is fair. Maybe he is just saying it, to win that support. Soph recently got slandered by a journalist because of a now deleted um, video called "Be Not Afraid." I haven't really heard of this um, YouTuber, Soph. Um, Maybe I'll check out her multiracial white supremacy video. Here, let me share the screen. All right. Look at multiracial white supremacy. Public service announcement, my favorite things.
Hello, I am FBI agent Clyde Colin, and I'm here today to address the danger currently facing the social harmony of the United States hegemony. The threat I speak of, as many of you know, is the spread of white supremacist beliefs in America. The ideology, propagated by the KKK's head Negro operative and designated spokesperson, Treasure Richards, jeopardizes the welfare of the black communities we thoroughly sold cocaine to a few decades ago. When this phenomenon first caught our attention, we made sure to suspend and dismiss all ongoing child molestation cases so we could inspect further. But due to the state of quality of our
Hey Matthew, what are your thoughts on ContraPoints? I don't really like her, although I do understand that she is a trans woman now. I thought she was just one of the trans trenders because of stuff that she was saying before about being genderqueer. And that computer YouTuber said that ContraPoints was both a communist and a socialist. Pretty sure you can't be both. Well, the thing is, no, you can't be both, technically, but lots of people conflate socialism with communism, so they think you can be both. Yeah, I don't really like ContraPoints. She makes a lot of SJW points. I can this video isn't really doing it for me, so maybe I'll respond to one of her videos. YouTuber X floss for sex, drugs, and social justice. Okay. What's wrong with this? Here we go. How to recognize a fascist. This is the problem I have with her. Like that she calls everyone she doesn't agree with a fascist or a racist, which is what a lot of SJWs do. Pronouns. Well, let's react to pronouns. I have to say her lighting is very good. The chat is going, she's annoying. He said socialism is when you socialize. I don't like the video either. Are traps gay? Yes, traps are super gay. False. I would say, well, it depends on how you define a trap. If the trap is just a cross-dresser, yes, they are gay. But if a trap is a trans woman, then it's kind of, we're getting into murky waters here. Like, you know, because somebody can be attracted to a trans woman because she looks feminine, but most traps are pre-op. So um, I'm blanking. Most traps are pre-op, so the fact that you're attracted to a woman, but you're also attracted to a penis is a little in between.
Death, 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 death is the only thing everyone fears and the only thing that gets me off. Hello, my devilish darlings. I am Lenora LeVay, your hostess of horror, your rare and radiant maiden of mayhem. Tonight's program is about the death of meaning itself. The story is rather simple, really. The he's become she's, and the she's become he's, and those in the middle are them and them. And then, my dreadful dears, the Western world shall surely succumb to renewable energy, affordable healthcare, and video games for lesbians. But there's one man who stands in the way, the villain of tonight's thriller. A meddling little cipher of a man who prefers light to darkness, reason to madness, order to chaos. Can you imagine? His name is Ben Shapiro, and his catchphrase, facts don't care about your feelings. Can our heroine put a stop to this? Well, I'm just the executioner. You, my vile viewers, must be the judge.
Contra actually made a really well-written video about whether or not traps are gay. Probably my favorite video from her. All right, well, maybe I'll check that out. Ben Shapiro, no, he's daddy. Ben Shapiro is a trans man. Yes, Ben Shapiro is absolutely a trans man. There is no way that he is not trans. Like, it's kind of like how Ann Coulter is obviously a trans woman. he is clearly clearly a trans man. Sorry, sorry, Ben. We're kind of clocking you. What is with these heifers so scared of a Jewish midget? He is a Jewish midget. I have a transgender says I have a video you could respond to. Maybe let me know. But let me know what video that is, because this. Again, I don't know if I'm liking this ContraPoints video. It's just not giving me a lot to respond to. I'm gonna look up Chase Ross because that's always a reliable go-to source. Oh God, lollipop sucking prosthetic review. Ugh. This is why I try to stay away from his channel, because his wife is a doctor. He graduated Harvard Law at 23. Okay, I'm gonna look up Ben Shapiro and see if that's true. He became the youngest nationally syndicated columnist in the United States. He's 5'7". He did apparently graduate from Harvard. Skipping 2 grades, 3rd and 9th. Shapiro went from Walter Reed. He graduated at age 16. He graduated summa cum laude and Phi Beta Kappa from the University of California, Los Angeles at age 20 with a Bachelor of Arts. He then practiced, then cum laude. So he did graduate at 23, really. Damn, I haven't thought about Chase Ross in over 2 years. Yeah, okay, yes, I should edit Wikipedia to say he's trans. Absolutely. I'm gonna create an account. All right, this is happening. I am editing the Wikipedia page on Ben Shapiro to say he's trans. Benjamina Shapiro. Also, Parlor. All right. I gotta edit this. So it seems like he is really smart. Actually, he skipped a couple grades. He was kind of a child prodigy. But I mean, that doesn't mean that he's not wrong. How do you edit this thing? I don't even know how to edit a Wikipedia page. Apparently there's an American documentary director named Ben Shapiro as well. Is he also a tranny? I'm sorry. Like, again, it's like Ann Coulter. Ben Shapiro is so clearly trans. I should make a transvestigations video on him. How do I edit this thing? Use source. You do not have permission to edit this page for the following reason. This page is currently protected so that only extended, confirmed users and administrators can edit it. You know what? If I can't edit Wikipedia's page on Ben Shapiro, I'm gonna make a video. I mean, not a video, a Wikipedia page about him being trans because it's just so obvious. How do you create source? Here we go. Start editing. Ben Shapiro is trans because he is 5'7" and has the tranny voice. He is clearly overcompensating, and that's why you think they wouldn't protect his wiki page. Benjamin Shapiro played bass guitar for several punk bands as a teenager. The song she wrote dealt with their struggle with gender dysphoria. When she transitioned, she quit punk for classical violin. I'm gonna copy paste that into the that's why he says okay. If anyone has information they would like to add about Benjamin Shapiro being trans, she turned to books in school when she felt like she didn't fit in and eventually graduated at age 23. I'm adding this all in. We're making this together. Making this page on Benjamina Shapiro. I wonder what's like the female name of Benjamin. Female. Female version of Benjamin. Jemina, apparently. Benjamin and Benjamina are the only direct feminizations of Benjamin, but you could use Benita, a feminine form of Benedict. So apparently Benjamina is a female name. Add Harvard Law. Yeah, I'm going to add Harvard Law. From Harvard Law. Okay, so far we have Ben Shapiro trans, who's 5'7", has the tranny voice. He's clearly overcompensating, and that is why he says anti-trans rhetoric. Benjamin Shapiro played bass guitar for several punk bands as a teenager. The song she wrote dealt with her struggles with gender dysphoria. When she transitioned, she quit punk for classical violin. She turned to books in school when she felt like she didn't fit in and eventually graduated from Harvard Law at age 23. What do you think about No Offense? I actually haven't. Let me look him up. I actually haven't seen many videos from him, so I don't really have an opinion on him. Jemina, OMG, Ben is a transracial woman. I should also say that he is transracial. or she, sorry. I should say proud, out and proud transracial woman, or just transracial person is white but identifies as black. Yeah, so I don't know if we should call Ben Shapiro here. Identifies as Jewish. Zizim Zur. Okay. We're making all history behind this. The right side of history, how reason and moral purpose made the West great. Okay. Sure. Just look at him. I should also add that Z has the tranny face as well. Like, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. What? I didn't know that. Ben Shapiro is related to Mara Wilson. They're cousins. That's crazy. I should add that too. Mara Wilson, for the people who don't know, is Matilda. She was, that iconic child actress at the time, and then she went away from acting for a while, I think, but she might be going back into it. I read something about it. The Max Millard says, "What the fuck?" Yeah, I know. I don't know what this is turning into. I'm just waiting on the chat at this point if anyone wants to add more, or I can just publish it as is. I'm just going to publish it. This page has been created. Okay. I do wish I could actually edit the Ben Shapiro page. I'm gonna reload the oops. All right, so let's move on to the turf here. Trans activism is misogyny for dummies.
Hey, good evening, good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. I really wanted to make this video because I've been thinking about it lately, and it's really been bugging me. Someone wanted me to make this video. Sorry, I don't remember who you are. I forgot. I'm sorry.
Transgender people are preferring their favorite sexist stereotypes. Fruit that shit, fuckers. Already know you can't.
This is a viewer request, but it's also another. There's more to it than just the viewer request. The viewer request is not even going to take that long because guess what? I can refute trans activism in about 3 sentences, and you can't refute them.
I feel like I can visibly smell this hoe.
Okay.
Like she smells like vodka in 4-day-old period.
Trans activism is misogyny. This was the viewer request.
What? I bet you anything it is 4-day-old period because I'm just deleting my name from the my list, so then I've checked her off on my list of things I want to make a video about. But what are the chances that she's one of those free bleeders? Like the period prince. I bet you anything she's like the female period prince. I mean, the period prince, to be honest, is already the female period prince.
So can you make a video just explaining to dumbasses why trans activism is misogyny? And I was like, sure I can. And I ought to do that. So this is going to be rather quick because just this bit of it doesn't take long. Trannies are people, especially men. Let's be real here, especially men, but all transes are hops. I said that in another.
Especially men. So what she's saying is that is that trans women. She's referring to trans women as men. No surprise.
Transgender people are men performing their favorite sexist stereotypes.
No, it's women who are trying to present and live as women.
Trans women are sexist men. Username trans women are sexist men says that all the time, and it's true because they are performing their favorite sexist stereotypes. That's what fucking RuPaul is.
Now, you might have a point when it comes to drag queens because they actually are trying to play on female stereotypes, but I don't really see a problem with that. And also, drag queens are not the same thing as trans women.
Hello, I saw a clip on YouTube of a RuPaul contestant wearing a corset and wheeling an oxygen tank behind him because it's so funny that women lose lung capacity from wearing corsets. LOL. Yeah, that's
You can just decide not to wear a corset.
hilarious, asshat. Everything on RuPaul is misogyny. That RuPaul's Drag Race should be called RuPaul's Misogyny because the RuPaul Misogyny Show, because that's what it fucking is. And all their depictions of women and all their, they perform as women. Let's remember that, okay? That's sexist as fuck. Everything they do is sexist as fuck. And performing as a woman when you are a man is sexist as fuck.
Well, how would you feel it was the other way around? A drag king, a woman performing as a man. I don't see you complaining about that.
Like how performing in blackface as a white person is racist.
No, it's not the same thing as blackface. I hate this point that they make that, oh, if somebody acts as a woman or somebody acts as a trans person, that's somehow the same as blackface. No, like, women were never enslaved. Trans people were never enslaved. There were never shows that were specifically designed to be sexist and make fun of women or trans people or whatever people they're arguing.
They're pretty similar, you asshats. I don't know why people are like. So I've heard so many people like racism and trans activism. Racism and sexism can be compared, right? They can. In Liberals Lobotomize, I say how this one dumb shit in the room compared trannies not being able to use their preferred sex bathroom to black folks in the South being segregated and not being able to use A, a bathroom at all, or B, a quality bathroom. She was like, that's the exact same thing. No, it isn't, dumb shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? You dumb fucking cunt bitch.
Okay, so what she's saying is trans people not being able to use the bathrooms they want to use was being compared to segregation, which I agree it's not quite the same thing, but I'm thinking. But she just compared drag to blackface, so you're basically making the same argument.
Racist, for that matter. How dare you? How dare you say, like, people aren't born trans. Y'all notice that? No one is fucking born trans. You can be born black. You can be born brown. You can be born multiracial, right? You can't fucking be born trans. Yes,
there is overwhelming evidence that people are born trans. That the current theory on it is that it starts in the womb with what hormones you get that affect your brain and your body.
You asshats. Trans activism is misogyny because trannies are men performing their favorite sexist stereotypes. Everything transgenders do is sexist.
Everything trans people do is sexist. Okay. Again, what about trans men? Like, are they performing misandric stereotypes? This woman is a loon boon. She is. But I'm getting kind of bored of her. Let me see what Ash has to say. I just kind of How to navigate groups. Oh God, here we go. It's not just a phase. The experiences of non-binary folks 30 to 70 years of age. To my old and young non-binary friends alike, you are loved and appreciated. I hope this gives you some warm, fuzzy feelings. See, the thing I don't like about Ash is that she always just says it's about feeling. She never uses any evidence. Here, I gotta plug my computer in. But she never uses like any evidence for her claims. It's just feels.
No good at writing love songs.
Right, let's skip this first
You
part.
will only see me at the beginning and the end. My editing efforts are pervasive throughout, however, leveling all the audio, color correcting, and turning an hour and a half of interview footage into a concise, hopefully engaging 15 minutes was a challenge. Sorry if you came for me, but I think it's cool to model putting your own voice aside in order to raise the voices of others. Thus, I give you 7 non-binary humans between the ages of 30 and 70. Why? There's a stigma out there which suggests that all NB folks are young, in their tweens or early 20s. I'd like to challenge this idea. Non-binary people, in fact, come in all ages. They've been around forever. Some of the diversity in the following group includes having AMAB as well as AFAB people, individuals from around the world, those who have physically transitioned, those who haven't, who
Again, how do you transition to non-binary? Like, nobody's been able to answer this question for me. Just how do you transition to non-binary?
are intersex, disabled, people of color, influencers,
Of course, you got to include all the minority groups because you're also special, aren't you?
non-influencers, students, professionals, parents, and more. Full bios in the description below. Because just like any other category, those who make up the non-binary community are rich and varied. Also, I'm gonna geek out for a second. Kate Bornstein's in this. How did that happen? I don't know. I'm not worthy. Anyway,
I
enough
thought
from
Kate
me.
Bornstein was a trans woman, but now she identifies as non-binary, I guess.
My name is Jess. Hi, my name is Vesper.
Hello, my name is Pigeon.
My name is Jeffrey
Oh.
Marsh.
I remember Pigeon from the intersex people
Dara
video.
Hoffman Fox.
Kate Borge.
Oh, great. Dara Hoffman Fox. Okay. Sorry, we need to go down the Dara Hoffman Fox rabbit hole right now because, oh my God. This person, okay, I cannot describe how annoyed I am with this person. Okay, so she used to make like somewhat reasonable videos that were like gender therapy videos, but now, of course, she identifies as non-binary because, of course, you must have to see my non-binary update is a pronoun update. How am I doing 4 months after surgery? Non-binary visibility, like all of her videos, my non-binary updates. My gender blend. See, it's turned like into all about her non-binary identity. And it used to be about all about her non-binary identity. Sorry, a little echo there. It used to be more about like actual trans issues, but now it's just like, oh yes, I identify as non-binary as well. Anyway, I gotta go soon. It was great hanging out with y'all. So I'll be back with more videos pretty soon. Bye.